stop dreaming during the day till I find my goddamn way. Howdy, this is Brendan Walter, and you're watching the Lake Forest Podcast.
The Lake Forest Podcast is supported by viewers, listeners, and businesses just like you. Looking for the best pool supplies? Look no further than Dohany's Pool Supplies. With a history dating back to 1967, this family-owned business offers everything families need to keep their pools clean and sparkling, from chemicals to equipment. Plus, customers enjoy free shipping on all orders. Visit Dohany's Pool Supplies today at doheny.com, DOHENY.com, to learn more. Forest Bluff Real Estate Team serves Illinois, Wisconsin, Lake Forest, and Lake Bluff. John Josephitis, Laura Lee Van Fleet, and of course Michelle Parnell. Get a free market analysis now at forestbluffrealestate.com. For the best cannabis in the world, look no further than Iliad Epic Grow. Owned by Lake Bluff's own Rich Ruzich, they are a cannabis cultivation center focusing on hard-to-find small batch products that will delight both the occasional user and ganjier. When visiting Michigan, ask for it by name. Epic Products, exceptional process. For more information, email info@iliadgrow.com. Havey Communications has been helping first responders arrive safely since 1983. It's owned by Lake Forest's own Mike Havey. Check them out at haveycommunications.com. We'd also like to say we're thankful for our Patreon supporters: Matt A., Elizabeth C., Costa, Lance, Otto, RDM, John C., and Helen. Shout out to the Lake Forest Breakfast Group, Broad Stop and Captain Mike's in Kenosha, the Greentown Tavern, and the Frolic Lounge in Waukegan.
Something like that.
That was great. That was great.
Yeah.
So, Brendan, thanks for coming on the Lake Forest Podcast, my friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely, man. You're big time. Oh, I think so. At least from what I saw, the ladies think so.
Oh.
I came over to the Lantern a couple weeks ago.
That's right.
I think it was a Saturday night, Friday or Saturday night. I don't remember what it was.
Yep.
I come in through the back door. I'm like, what is this crowd back here? And
right.
There you are, plunking away. And all the little girls are like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I do what I can, but no, it was nice. We got most of the, so I obviously go over to the college, and I just graduated on Saturday.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
How many years you been there?
All four.
All four? Okay, yeah. Good.
Four long ones. I went over there, played hockey for all 4 years. So it was good. We, the other night when you saw me, we had a decent amount of the school come out. It was during finals week too, so I was kind of surprised with the turnout, but super happy to have everyone there.
Wait, are you saying that college kids will go out during finals week? I can't believe that at all.
I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of on the fence about it, but yeah, no, it was a good time.
So the other way I know you is you're quite the mixologist. I don't think there's anybody in town that can make a Miller Lite better than you, Brendan.
There's
on a Sunday, on a Sunday especially. So you work at the Lantern too, is that right?
Yes, sir. That's right. I've been working there for like probably a year and a half, almost.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
I started bartending during like COVID when we all had to go home after my freshman year.
Oh yeah.
Just because I was super bored and wanted to go make some money. So yeah, and then I started working the Lantern when I came back. And yeah, it's great. I love it there. I mean, it's a different animal for sure.
Oh, they're all different animals, my friend.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So help me out now. You're pretty big on TikTok. I checked out some of your stuff. Mm-hmm. You're into music, and did I hear something about American Idol or something like that? What did I hear, Brendan?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, well, just like a little bit of background. So yeah, I've been doing music like my whole life and everything. I picked up the guitar in like 5th grade, and learned with my dad. We learned together. But anyway, we can talk about that in a bit. But yeah, I've been playing for a long time. But I played hockey, as I mentioned before. So it's been a huge time commitment throughout my life. Happy to do it. I love hockey. I mean, I just retired recently, but it's time to turn the page. But so
Right.
I just got into music when I got into college. Like took it a little bit more seriously, and I studied at the college. I studied finance and data science, a double major.
Nice.
I was very interested in getting into like IB, the whole finance world, and I had a pretty large internship. It's your junior year summer, your kind of your biggest internship summer,
Right.
and I was locked in to go, and I dropped it, and I was like, I want to go. It's my last college summer. I went to Austin, and I just did music. I just went for it, and it ended up working out. I played on the street a whole bunch, like played open mics, and yeah, I just really kind of immersed myself in the whole culture, because I knew that I had college as a backstop the following
Right.
August. So it's a nice little cushion to have. But anyway, so throughout that summer, I had the opportunity to audition for American Idol, and that was all. I mean, everything that I've gotten so far is literally just through social media. I mean, it's a crazy beast, but yeah. So I had the opportunity to audition. I did a couple Zoom auditions with the producers and executive producers and everything like that throughout the summer. And I was just doing it. And I was like, there's not a chance, like, they're going to let me get on here. Like, everyone
Right.
is sick
Right.
of
Right.
it. But anyway, I actually, I actually didn't get on it first. I
What
got denied.
what year was this again?
This was this year. This was
This
this year.
year. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So season 21, which is,
Okay.
I think they're in Hawaii right now or something like that. I still like am friends with a couple people that are on.
Okay.
Uh, or have been on or whatever. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
anyway, um, yeah. So they actually denied me at first, and then I was like, all right, whatever. It was a shot in the dark. It's a TV show. Like, there's not a chance I'm getting on. But
Yeah.
I get a call back like a couple weeks later, and they're like, actually, never mind, you're coming. So I went to Nashville for a week in November. Actually missed like a weekend of hockey and school to go, but I mean they were fairly understanding.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I mean it was an incredible experience. I was there for a week, and they put you up in a hotel and get you, everything. It's like it's exactly what you think it is. It's like very
Yeah.
like nice. Like they take care of you. It's like it's very cool. It was very cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'd never done anything like that. I'd never been in like a TV setting or anything like that. Like especially, or at least at my age. But yeah, it was really eye opening, and everyone there was so incredibly like everyone was so good. Like it's not like you see like when you watch America's Got Talent or something like
Yeah.
that, or
Yeah.
like back in the day when they did the lines and stuff for
Yeah.
American Idol, there was like all like there's some people that are like like whatever. Like everyone was good. And I was just like sitting there, I'm like, I'm the only one here that plays a sport that like is in college for not music, like or just like in college, like I was just like, what is
Right.
going on right now? But anyway, it was an excellent experience. I have to say, yeah. Didn't get through unfortunately, but I got to meet Katy Perry and Luke Bryan and Lionel Richie and all them, and did the Ryan Seacrest interview and everything like that. So that was cool. That was a very awesome experience to have.
And that was a great town to be in, especially for music.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I actually I went back for spring break where I had a couple meetings with some just like label people,
Yeah.
uh, and did a co-write as well down there. Um, but and then I went back again to go get a couple songs done that are actually coming out in a couple weeks here. But yeah, so I love it. It's a great town. Nashville's awesome.
Now, where'd you grow up?
I'm from Dallas, Texas originally.
Okay.
I was born and raised there. My family actually moved out to Ohio um, when I graduated high school. Um, so I went to go do the whole juniors route, if you're familiar with
Yeah. Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
junior
Uh-huh.
hockey route. So I actually moved to Cleveland to play, and then I played in Philadelphia, and then I played in the Southern Division of the North American League after that, and then I made my way here. They moved to Ohio after I graduated, but yeah, I lived there for 18 years, and call Texas my home every day of the week. So,
How did you find Lake Forest?
you know, it was just kind of a whim. Like everyone's got their Division 1 story, whatever. It didn't work
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
It is, everything happens for a reason. But I was trying to go to UConn. There was a couple other schools. Didn't work out. Regardless, whatever. When I was playing in Philadelphia, it was like a tier down from what I was playing the next year, and it
Okay.
was more like a Division 3 recruiting class out of that league. So anyway, I had like a bunch of Division 3 like voicemails from coaches and blah blah blah, and I just kind of started going through them because I was so focused on going to Division 1. But once I
Right.
realized like I probably need a backup plan, I started calling some schools, and my mom really liked this school, so I
So
gave
you
them a
so
call.
you so you guys took a visit out, and you're like, pretty sweet
Yeah,
town.
I was gonna say, yeah. So that's what I was just gonna say is like we took a visit out here, and I was just like looking around. I was like, all right, like this is not too shabby. Yeah, I mean it's we
Well,
did the whole.
compared to Philadelphia.
Oh, you're telling me. Oh my gosh, yeah. But yeah,
do
no, our
you
coach took us on the whole Sheridan Road and everything, and took us along the lake and just all the gorgeous homes around. I mean, I was like,
right?
this is pretty tops. Like this is
Oh,
awesome.
you're gonna buy one of them soon. You're gonna buy
Hey,
one
and
of them
that's
soon.
right.
You got
And that's
talent.
right.
Do you happen to know Coach Steve Sarauer? He's
You
the
know?
like he's the high school coach for hockey.
Okay.
We had him on a couple about a month ago, I want to say. And look,
Okay.
I don't know nothing about hockey, okay? All
Yeah.
I know is if I get on ice, I'm going down like a ton of bricks.
There you go.
But he was telling me exactly what you're talking about, the different circuits to get into hockey, and
Right.
it's nice that it brought you up here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so talk to me about your family. Like, how did your mom and dad get you involved? Like,
Mhm.
your dad was in music. Like, how,
Mhm.
how did that start? Did they force it on you? Did you pick it up?
Yeah, no, I mean it's always been around the house. So like my mom's side of the family is extremely gifted musically. Like they all sing in church and do lots of operatic stuff. They're definitely where I get my music, and my dad is not afraid to admit that. Like he's like you get it from your mom's side. But yeah, no, my mom's side of the family, it's our Italian side, and they are excellent singers, excellent musicians.
Right.
But anyway, yeah. So I grew up going to church, watching my mom in the choir and everything like that, and we'd s- go and sing with her as well. But yeah, my dad and I learned together, learned guitar together. I mean, he had a guitar at the house. He didn't know how to play it, but he had one, just
Yeah.
like so
Right.
mess
Looks
around with it when
cool.
we were kids. Yeah, exactly. That's it, and that's exactly why I started playing, because I was like, I think I hit fifth grade, and I was like, I think girls will think this is cool if I
Absolutely.
if
Absolutely.
I start learning guitar. So yeah, so me and my dad, we got a teacher. We had Mr. Mike was our, and he would say,
Mr. Mike.
yeah, that's right, Mike Dodson. He would say, he said guitar every day for a year. He was a great guy, still is a great guy. But anyway, so we learned together, and we took lessons for about, yeah, like I said, a year maybe, a year and a half maybe, and I kind of moved on past then, and hockey started getting more serious and everything like that. I always like kind of brought a guitar around me when I would travel and stuff, but it was nothing like I was focused on it. It was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I knew how to do it, and I loved it, and I started writing at a young age and everything like that. But yeah, it was definitely a family effort to get everyone. Actually, my mom was trying to make me and my so I have two younger brothers, and she
Okay.
was trying to make me and my brothers the Jonas Brothers. Like,
Oh
so
yeah.
my middle brother Connor learned the drums, and then Dylan learned the bass, and we're all just like, she's like trying to form us into a band. Dylan didn't. My youngest brother didn't really like it, so kind of
Oh,
dropped
come
off.
on, get him on board, man.
Yeah, I know. Would have been great,
So,
but yeah.
okay, so I hit the lantern, and then I came in, had a couple pops with you, getting to
Sure,
learn a
sure.
little bit more about you, and
Absolutely.
you're playing a gig in the city, aren't you?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, June 24th. Actually, I think we're announcing it on Instagram tomorrow. Uh,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm playing at Joe's on Weed. I'm
Okay.
opening for a group out there, and yeah, I'll be in Austin at that point, so I'll be traveling back up. But yeah, I'm super pumped. I've never even been to Joe's, but it's like I
Oh
looked it up,
yeah.
I heard all these things, and I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be like it's gonna be awesome. It's like my first like kind of it's my first like real show, so I'm really
You
really
when you go there, you ask for Ed Worm and you said Big Pete said,
all right,
"What's up?"
all right.
Let's
That will happen.
see if he remembers. He's old school music. He's old school music.
Okay, okay, very good.
Back in the day, but no, he put some good people through there, and then Rosemont.
Mhm.
That's a great place
Absolutely, absolutely.
because you lean more on the country side of things, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely. Being from Texas, there's definitely some country
Yeah.
influence.
Well,
Um,
when I say country, back in the day, there was a radio station, US 99. I don't
oh,
even know if it's still around, but that was the first. That's when country started to come in the early 90s,
right,
and now country is like more mainstream, like rock and roll. You know what I mean? So when kids
right.
say, "Hey, I love this rock and roll song," I'm like,
Yeah,
"Wait a minute, that's country,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
What are you talking about?" So
Absolutely, absolutely.
so do you do a mixture of covers and originals, or what do you do?
Are you talking about like when I would be playing at Joe's
Yeah,
or
when you're
like?
playing, yeah,
Yeah, so at Joe's, I'm gonna probably since I'm an opening set, it'll be smaller.
yeah,
I'll probably throw in one cover, but the
yeah,
rest of it will be original. Um,
nice.
but yeah, I mean, so going back to the country thing you were just saying, you're right. Country is kind of taking an uptick right now in popularity.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's a lot of big artists that a lot of just people that you wouldn't think listen to country love.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Zach Bryan, for example, or Tyler
Hmm.
Childers. Like, I feel like more and more I'm realizing that like everyone really likes these guys, which is awesome. I mean, they have great music. I love it. But I'm also realizing that the net, I guess, the umbrella of country is broadening a lot.
Right.
And I have my opinions about the radio stadium country. I love it when you're drinking,
Right.
but there's definitely like some other facets of country music that I'm learning about, and I feel like I'm kind of sticking in on like the outskirts of it. But I like country a lot. I'd say like the best way I describe my sound is like a mix between Zach Bryan and Tyler, and then like
Hmm.
Ed Sheeran. If you made a sandwich out of those two,
Yeah.
I feel like I would fit right in the middle. Um, but yeah, for Joe's, I mean, it's just going to be originals, and if you heard those, you'd kind of know what I'm saying about. Uh, it's like it's more folk, I'd say, but
Okay.
it
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
has a
Yeah.
lot of country influence for sure, 100%. Like that flip side of free song that I'm putting out has lots of twang in it, 100%. So,
Well,
um,
from what I've heard, is it's more than your dog died in the back of your pickup truck. It's a little bit
right,
more upbeat than that.
right,
Uh,
yes, sir, yes, sir. Howdy, y'all. This is my song Flip Side of Free. It comes out in 2 weeks, May 14th. It's my first song ever out, so I don't know, give it a listen. I do my dreaming during the day till I find my goddamn way. If you don't like the sound of that, take 2 steps and don't look back. The devil's eyes are a certain shade of blue.
the
On that track.
ladies love it, man. The ladies love it.
But yeah, so that's coming out Friday. It sounds a little bit
And
more.
what was the name of that again?
It's called Flip Side of Free.
Flip side of free. Okay. So now let's get back to we got from the music. Let's go back to the bar.
Okay. All right.
Did you know how to pour beer, mix drinks when you started at the Lantern?
I learned over COVID. So I worked at a bar called Kepner's back in Ohio,
Okay.
and it's a lot more divey. I'd say it's a mix between the Lantern and Teddy's.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, it's like a divier version of the Lantern.
Yeah.
Anyway, regardless.
Yeah.
I worked there during COVID and learned, ounce pours, 2-ounce pours, and everything like that, and how to pour beer and everything, and kind of just work as a bartender. Um, because there was high demand for people to work, so I was
Damn
out there.
straight.
Um, yeah, so it was great. And then I came back and I was like, the Lantern's my local, so I might as well go make a couple bucks off it. And went out there. I knew Costa already. I was
Yeah.
I was a frequent for sure before. Um,
Co- Coast is the man. Coast is the
yeah, he
man.
is the man. He is the man. We all love Costa. It's hard to hate Costa. I mean, it really is. Um, but yeah, so I started working there and got to know all the regulars and everybody, and
Right, right.
yeah, it's a great
When
little
do you work there? Sunday nights? Any?
Sunday nights. I'm gonna start. I mean, I'm only here for a couple more weeks, so
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna pick up quite a few shifts just to save
So
up
let's
for.
see. This show is going to come out Saturday morning. So all you listeners and watchers, you got to come out Sunday. At what time, Brendan?
4 to close, and that's whenever you guys stop drinking. So
Well, it depends who's in there. Okay.
that's right.
So you
Okay.
got two more shifts there.
I've got two more Sunday shifts, I guess, but
Sunday. Okay,
I'll be
got it.
working during the week whenever people want to,
Right, right.
whenever I can pick up a shift, basically.
Okay.
But yeah,
So when you split town, what are you going to be doing next?
so I'm going to Austin. I'm moving to Austin with a buddy of mine,
Okay.
and he's just got a tech job down there,
Oh,
and
there's a lot of tech down there.
oh yeah, that's what I was actually gonna I thought I had a job lined up at Oracle, and I got through the interview process, and unfortunately, they had already filled up the spot. But
Oh,
so
you're
I've
fine.
been kind of sorry.
I said you're fine, man.
Yeah, it's all
There's
right. It's all right. Yeah, so I'm gonna go down there, bartend for a bit. I'm still applying to like a remote jobs right now, just to like most efficiently make money.
are,
Um,
are
while
you getting into GPT at all?
ChatGPT, what's hilarious is that I'm not actually. I'm
Okay.
not. I just love that I'm out of school now, and this literal skeleton key for every answer in the world comes out, and I'm just like, are you serious right now? Like all these kids
You,
have it so easy now. They
oh,
just
well, and the teachers also have it too. So it's like a cat and mouse game. Who can
This is
reword the
true.
stuff?
This is
But I
true.
was wondering, I'm not really musically inclined to like, I just wrote, learn tabs, and
Sure,
regurgitate. Okay.
sure. Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but have you tried to use it writing songs? Like you put in your lyrics and you say, you know what? Can you put I'm playing Austin, this type of place. Can you rewrite it for
Yeah, I've heard of this. I don't know how I feel about it, I feel like that's like the end of music if people start doing that. Like, and I
well,
get it. I get it. Like it's obviously so efficient and it does it in a snap. I just
well, well, hold on now because I'm kind of torn too, brother. I hear you.
Mhm.
Like, music, it's passion, it's, part of you that you're putting it out there. And then there's the business side of things where you got to go out there. And if the A&R people don't catch you and you don't put something out that's commercial, that's where
Right,
a lot of people, hey man, I want to play what I want to play, but no, we need to make money doing it. So
right.
there's this formula. Let's just take the Monkees versus the Beatles. You know
Mhm.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Monkees were created just for that. And then let's take, insert boy band here, uh, was created. So I was just wondering if there was a way that you take your 80% of what you put in there and then it helps, get to 20%. Because, songwrite, well, first of all, I don't know songwriters. I know you, but you got, what rhymes with, and you put
right,
it in there and it can help you get going as a crutch.
right.
Do you feel that takes away from the process?
You know, I've got mixed. I've never used it, so I can't really say. I've got mixed feelings about it, and I definitely lean on the side of not using it for that. Um,
Yeah.
and just like personally, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure lots of people find it excellent. I actually just saw an ad the other day where you can fully produce your music on Chat GPT and it
Yeah.
does it like perfectly. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that you just cut an entire job space out from people. Like, I mean, it's
Oh,
crazy. It's crazy. I mean, and it's, it works. So if it works, it works. But for the songwriting process, I feel like, you know, I'm sure you can get close, but the biggest thing that I've learned with doing all this music stuff so far, and I've only been doing it for a couple, like seriously, for a couple of
yeah,
years.
yeah.
So I can't sit here like I'm a pro, but I I've learned that the biggest quality that any artist has against anybody else is that you are you.
Hmm.
Like I am not Tyler Childers, I'm not Zach Bryan, but at the same time, they're not me, and they can't do what
Hmm.
I can do, and I can't do what they can do.
Right.
So that's like kind of that's your value as a musician. And I think ChatGPT could get that close, maybe 99%, but that 1%, I feel like is what separates you from everybody else. And what makes your fan base, I guess, more loyal to you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's a big thing. That's a big thing. Is keeping your, for me, it's social media, keeping my social media people happy or whatever it is.
Right.
Or,
Right. Right. Right.
but
I,
yeah, I mean, I could definitely see it. I've been in a songwriting room a couple of times, and like in Nashville when I was doing that co-write. And it's honestly a super cool thing. But I have very little experience with the Chat
Brendan,
GPT
I'll
thing.
tell you what. You're
Uh,
Mr. Data guy now. You're going to go to Austin,
yeah,
and anybody that's listening or watching,
yeah,
okay, you just go OpenAI, ChatGPT, sign in, put your email address.
yeah.
It's free, but you'll find yourself spending the $20 to
Mhm.
because people are using it so much.
Right, right.
Uh, you said, hey, it's going to eliminate certain job levels. It is. It
Yeah,
really is
hundred
because
percent.
it's almost like I'm a little older than you, just a little bit.
A little
But
bit.
back in the day, we'd have to go to library instead of going to Google. You know
Sure,
what I mean?
sure.
So it's like, oh man, Google's going to ruin the
Yeah, right.
everything has a place. And if you're an efficient person, if you have talent, the thing about technology is if you don't have a process, it's not going to help at all. Meaning that technology is supposed to speed up a process. You have a
Mhm,
process that when you're going to write a song, whatever it is, you got inspired by something.
mhm.
Okay. Um, everybody has writer's block, right? Oh man, this is a bad day. Maybe this is something that could help along, but
Yeah.
anybody that's at a mid-level anything, whether it's in marketing,
Mhm.
because like graphic artists, I mean, a couple tweaks here and there. I like to see Brendan with a black hat on and a green guitar, and I
Yes.
would like it now. Boom.
Yeah, yeah, boom. There you go. Exactly right.
And
Oh,
then
with
and with
that,
Brendan's voice.
yeah, yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Yeah, I actually saw there was this video I saw on TikTok. It was someone used an AI to uh to replicate it fully, Drake, the rapper
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah.
So fully replicated his voice.
Have you guys heard the Drake AI song? It's not Drake, but the robot just makes it sound like it's Drake. It's so good.
Me, I got it on my own. I ain't had no one to feel for me. I never saw my soul. And I will never let it get to me. In Cali with the rose. Yeah, I'm riding red, feeling she's tripping on the pole.
Oh my God, bro. What are we gonna do, man? Oh my God, they're so good.
And wrote a song in his voice and then put it out, and then it made money because people thought it was him. And then, like, I guess Drake is like suing them or something. Maybe I'm
Yeah,
maybe I'm
yeah, yeah, yeah.
saying that wrong, but anyway, it was crazy. I mean, I thought it was like one of his like unreleased songs. I was like, oh, this is cool, like whatever. But yeah, I mean, it is not. I mean, it's extremely powerful. And to your point, there is a flip side of it. Of course, society is always going to evolve. Everything is always going to get more efficient, and yeah, I mean, definitely, like, it's weird right now, but I feel like it's gonna be so normalized in, like, by the end of the year, I feel like. Um, but no, you're 100% right. I mean, yeah,
All right. Well, I like
yeah.
to hear that I'm right. That's why I don't have my other co-hosts on right now.
There you go.
So Brendan, you're going to Austin. What kind of job are you looking for? Because, this podcast spans the globe. What are you
Sure,
looking to do?
absolutely. Yeah, so I've got my background in finance and data science as well. I have a decent. I'd say I'm pretty proficient in coding. I can understand it. I definitely have to take a summer course just to reboot all my coding stuff. But I have a I have a
ChatGPT
yeah,
won't need coders
and
anymore.
and that's right, and that's right. But anyway, understanding the code at least
Yeah.
is strong suit of mine. Um, but I'm looking in tech, just something remote that I can use my degree to you know make the most money that I can for myself and be the most successful person that I can. Because I mean, at the end of the day, that's the name of the game. I mean, you go
Absolutely.
to college and you get this degree, and you want to just do as good as you can for yourself. So, the tech industry, tech sales is something that's super popular down there. I could see myself. I did an internship in Dallas actually my sophomore year. I was working for Streamline Integrated Technologies with my buddy's dad's company, and we were doing like hardware sales.
Yeah.
It was distribution automation. So like these big warehouses that are shipping stuff around. They need like
Mhm.
every conveyor belt, vertical lift module, carousels, like all of those things. Like we sell the technology, the hardware, and installation X, Y, and Z. But I thought that was awesome too. I mean, I really want to be in some sort of sales for sure, whether that be in tech or tactile things. I'm not really entirely sure yet, but
Oh,
I'm
don't
just
worry.
I'm,
You'll
yeah,
be in sales,
yeah.
and while people still use a phone.
And that's right. And that's right. And you know what? And with all this chat GPT talk, I feel like there's nothing you can replace from just a conversation. I mean, I'm telling you what, I mean, I think that will never, thankfully, I think that will never be lost on us. And yeah, we're on Zoom right now, but at least, we're
Yeah.
still communicating
Yeah,
like
we're
we,
shooting it.
yeah,
Or
exactly.
being in a bar, ChatGPT isn't going to give you the
And that,
drink,
and that's right. And that's right.
but it'll give you the recipe.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You want
That's
to say
right.
hi to anybody at the Lantern before we go?
Oh, geez, who do I gotta say that to?
Well, let's start with Ed. Hey, Ed, how you
Yeah,
doing, buddy?
I was gonna say Ed's doing great. I hope he's doing great. Love to say hi to Jeff. Jeff's my man. He cleans up for me. he
Good,
walks
Jeff.
around. He's the popcorn man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to say hi to all of them. I mean, what do we got?
All
12,
right.
15 regulars.
Yeah, excellent.
They're
Absolutely.
all the best. They're all the
And,
best. I love them all.
and of course, Costa.
And of course, Coach. Of course. Thank you so much. I
All right,
appreciate it.
Brendan, take care, buddy.
All right, you too. Have a good one.
The Lake Forest Podcast is supported by viewers, listeners, and businesses just like you. Looking for the best pool supplies? Look no further than Dohany's Pool Supplies. With a history dating back to 1967, this family-owned business offers everything families need to keep their pools clean and sparkling, from chemicals to equipment. Plus, customers enjoy free shipping on all orders. Visit Dohany's Pool Supplies today at doheny.com, DOHENY.com, to learn more. Forest Bluff Real Estate Team serves Illinois, Wisconsin, Lake Forest, and Lake Bluff. John Josephitis, Laura Lee Van Fleet, and of course Michelle Parnell. Get a free market analysis now at forestbluffrealestate.com. For the best cannabis in the world, look no further than Iliad Epic Grow. Owned by Lake Bluff's own Rich Ruzich, they are a cannabis cultivation center focusing on hard-to-find small batch products that will delight both the occasional user and ganjier. When visiting Michigan, ask for it by name. Epic Products, exceptional process. For more information, email info@iliadgrow.com. Navy Communications has been helping first responders arrive safely since 1983. It's owned by Lake Forest's own Mike Havey. Check them out at haveycommunications.com. We'd also like to say we're thankful for our Patreon supporters: Matt A., Elizabeth C., Costa, Lance, Otto, RDM, John C., and Helen. Shout out to the Lake Forest Breakfast Group, Broad Stop and Captain Mike's in Kenosha, the Greentown Tavern, and the Frolic Lounge in Waukegan.